All right, let's get right into it. We're about to cover some neuroscience that honestly, schools should be teaching, but just don't. And it's going to challenge pretty much everything you thought you knew about productivity and what it means to work hard. So picture this. It's finals week, right? You've got two students. Student A is just grinding, 6 solid hours of studying, finally crashes at like 2 a.m. for maybe 3 hours of sleep. Then you have student B. They study for just 3 hours, and they call it a night at 10 p.m. to get a full 8 hours of sleep. On paper, it's obvious, right? Student A put in double the work. Okay, so a week later, the results come in. Who do you think scores a jaw-dropping 40% higher? The person who put in all those extra hours? Or the one who got all that sleep? You guessed it. Or maybe you didn't. It's student B, the one who slept. And here's the kicker. It's not even close. The student who looked like they were slacking off, doing half the work, just completely crushes the one who pulled the all-nighter. And this has nothing to do with talent. It's pure biology. And this is exactly why we need to rethink everything we know about learning. And that brings us right to the heart of this whole thing, what I'm calling the 40% sleep advantage. We have to totally reframe how we see this. See, sleep isn't just taking a break from your studying. It is studying. It's an active, essential part of the process. Here's the critical takeaway. Research from the brilliant neuroscientist Matthew Walker shows that pulling an all-nighter doesn't just make you feel wiped out. No, it can literally erase up to 40% of what you just spent hours trying to learn. Think about that. You're not pushing through. You're actively hitting the delete button on your own hard work. So why does this happen? Well, it's because learning has this kind of hidden second stage. Most of us, we only focus on part one, right? Getting the information into our heads. But we totally ignore the most crucial step of all, actually pressing the brain's save button. This really is the new formula for learning. It's not just about acquisition, reading the textbook. True learning is acquisition times consolidation. And think about it like any math equation. If that consolidation part is 0 because you skipped sleep, well, anything multiplied by 0 is 0. All that effort, gone. So what is this consolidation thing anyway? Well, it's basically the neurobiological process where your brain takes all those new, fragile, short-term memories and moves them into long-term storage. It's literally like dragging a file from your computer's desktop into a permanent folder. And here's the most important part. That save button, it only gets pressed when you're asleep. I love this analogy because it just makes so much sense. Pulling an all-nighter is like trying to plant seeds on concrete. It doesn't matter how many hours you spend carefully placing those seeds, you're studying. If there's no soil, no water, no sunlight, which is your sleep, nothing is going to grow. It's that simple. Okay, so let's dig into the actual science here, because this isn't just some clever theory or a nice analogy. This is backed by some incredible research that shows us exactly what's happening in your brain while you're completely out of it, fast asleep. Just look at this. It's from a huge study by Robert Stickgold. They had people learn a new task. The group that got a full night's sleep, they came back the next day and were 20% better at it. Pretty cool, right? But the group that was sleep deprived, they showed 0 improvement. Nothing. Nada. It's like the previous day's learning session never even happened. And if that's not crazy enough, here's the real gut punch. They let the sleep deprived group catch up on sleep for the next couple of nights. Did it help? Nope. They never got that 20% improvement back. This is so important. That first 24-hour period is a critical, one-time only window. You miss it, and those memories are just lost. Permanently. And it gets even more fascinating. Not all sleep is the same. Different parts of your sleep cycle do totally different jobs. That deep, slow-wave sleep you get early in the night, that's for saving raw facts and events, like names and dates. But REM sleep, the dream stage that you get more of toward the morning, that's what connects all those ideas. It's what helps you problem solve. So when you cut your sleep short, you're mostly cutting out that crucial REM sleep. And get this, just to give you a sense of how powerful this is, during that deep sleep, your hippocampus, which is kind of like your brain's temporary inbox, is replaying the day's memories over and over to your long-term storage. And it's doing it at 10 to 20 times the normal speed. It's like you're getting a supercharged, high-speed study session, and you're not even conscious for it. Okay, so if the science is this clear, why on earth do we all keep pulling all-nighters? Well, it comes down to a few really dangerous myths. These are the lies we tell ourselves to feel better about sacrificing sleep for productivity.
All right, myth number one. You know this one. I'll just catch up on sleep after the exam. Come on. We've all said it, right? I'll just power through now and sleep all weekend. But knowing what we know now, you can probably already spot the huge problem with that logic.
So here's the reality check. You can catch up on being tired, sure, but you absolutely cannot catch up on lost learning. That 24-hour window we talked about, it's a hard deadline. It closes. Sleeping in might make you feel a little more alert, but it's not a time machine. It can't go back and save the memories you already lost. Okay, myth number two, and this one might be the most dangerous of all. It's that thought, you know what? I'm just used to getting 5 or 6 hours of sleep. I feel totally fine. You stop feeling exhausted, so you assume you've adapted and you're performing just fine. But here's the scary part. The objective tests are crystal clear. Even though you stop feeling tired, your actual cognitive performance is still down by 30 to 40%. Your memory, your focus, your creativity, it's all impaired. You haven't adapted, you've just gotten used to operating with a handicapped brain. And that leads us to myth number 3, the one we all rely on. Caffeine will get me through. When you're exhausted, what do? You reach for a coffee, an energy drink, whatever it takes. It feels like the perfect weapon against sleepiness. But here's the reality check on that one. Caffeine is a mask. It's not a solution. All it does is block the chemicals in your brain that tell you you're tired. So you feel more awake, but it does absolutely nothing to fix the underlying problem. It doesn't restore your brain's ability to learn or, crucially, to hit that save button on your memories. All right, so we've busted the myths. Now for the good part. Let's get practical. How can we actually use all this science to our advantage? It's time to build a study plan that works with your brain, not against it. So here's a simple, super effective protocol. 4 steps. Step 1, do your heavy-duty studying, the new stuff, in the afternoon. Step 2, right before you go to bed, and I mean right before, do a quick 5-minute review. Just run through the key points. This basically tells your brain, hey, this is the important stuff to save tonight. Step 3, get a full 7 to 9 hours of sleep. No cheating. And finally, step 4, a quick light review when you wake up. This just solidifies everything your brain worked on all night. And what about our old friend caffeine? Here's a simple rule that can be a total game changer. No caffeine after 2 p.m., period. Why? Well, caffeine has what's called a half-life of about 5 or 6 hours. That means if you have a coffee at 3 p.m., a quarter of that caffeine is still swimming around in your brain at 3 in the morning, messing with that deep sleep you desperately need to consolidate memories. So at the end of the day, it really all boils down to one simple choice. It's midnight, you're exhausted, you can either cram for 1 more hour, or you can go to sleep for 1 more hour. And the science on this is not fuzzy, it's not ambiguous, it is crystal clear. That extra hour of sleep is far more valuable for your test score than that extra hour of studying. So please, choose sleep every single time.